Okay, good morning to all of you. Today we will take just a review of first chapter. Okay, first is web essentials. In that we are going to see clients, servers and communications. So client, that is web browsers used to surf the web. Server, that is server systems used to supply the information to these browsers, and computer networks used to support browser server communication. So see in this figure, there is client and server. So first, client request for particular document A, and server gives that required particular document A to the client. This is client server communication. Then what is the internet, what is the web, and what is the difference between these two? So internet is interconnected computers, networks linked by wires, cables and wireless connection. So internet is interconnected computer networks led by wires, cables, wireless connections. And a web is a collection of interconnected documents and other resources. So we are going to see what are the interconnected documents, how to develop that documents. That is World Wide Web is accessible through internet as many other services including email, file sharing, etc. So how does internet works? So through the communication protocol, there are number of communication protocols such as a TCP protocol, UDP protocol. So communication protocol is a specification of how communication between two computers be carried out. So first protocol is internet protocol, that is IP, which defines the packet that carried a block of data from one node to another node. Then TCP, transmission control protocol, and UDP, user datagram protocol. These protocols by which one host sends to data to another. And other applications protocols such as a DNS, domain name service. Then SMTP, simple mail transmission protocol. FTP, file transmission protocols. Then we will see the protocols, working of protocols in detail. So first is protocol, which have 32-bit number. So internet authorities assigns a range of numbers to different organizations. So internet protocol is responsible for moving a packet data from one node to another node. A packet contains information such as data to be transferred, the source and the destination of IP address. So packets sent through the local network through the gateways. There is a checksum is carried out, or checksum is created to ensure the correctness of data. Corrupted packets are discarded. If packets are corrupted, then it will be discarded and new packet sends to the source to destination. If all packets are reached to the destination, destination gives the acknowledgement about receiving the all data to the sender. And this is the IP based communication, which is unreliable. Second is a transmission control protocol, that is TCP. It is a higher level protocol which extends to provide additional functionality, that is a reliable communication. So this is advantage over the internet protocol. So TCP adds supports, detects errors or lost data and trigger the retransmission until data is correctly and completely received. If data is lost during the transmission, one place to another place or from source to destination, so TCP adds additional data or lost data or retransmit the lost data until the data is correctly and completely received. And TCP is connection or connectionless, but it gives the acknowledgement while receiving the data to destination. See this figure. This figure is a TCP/IP protocol suite. There are 4 layers. So first layer is application layer from the top, but we are going to see from the bottom. There are 2 layers in application layer. In OSI model layer, there are total 7 layers, but in TCP/IP protocol suite, there are 4 layers. Session and presentation layers are absent, and physical and data link layer are combined together, that is host to network. See bottom level layer, that is network layer, including 2 layers, data link layer and physical layer, that is known as host to network layer. It establishes a direct connection to physical media and handles data flow control. Then second is internet layer, that is IP, which have 2 versions, IP version 4, IP version 6, which establishes, maintains and terminates end-to-end network communication. Then transport layer, there are 2 types of layer, TCP and UDP layer, which provides to delivery service for the application layer. And last, application layer, that is there are number of protocols, HTTP, FTP, Telnet, DNS, SMTP, etc., which provides access to communication environment. Then World Wide Web is a system of interlinked hypertext document that runs over the internet. There are 2 types of softwares, client and server. So client system that wants to access the information provided by server and that must run on client software. If any client want to access the required information from server, it gives the request for particular information, and server provides the service regarding that required information. That is server. It is interconnected computer that wants to provide information to other and which must sound server software. Client and server applications communicate over the internet by following protocol suite, that is the TCP/IP and hypertext transport protocol, HTTP, hypertext transport protocol. Then basics of World Wide Web, that is hypertext. It is a format of information which allows one to move from one part of a document to another or from one document to another through hyperlinks. And for that, we require uniform resource locator, that is URL, unique identifiers used to locate a particular resource on the network. And for this networking, we require markup language, that is hypertext markup language, which defines structure and contents of hypertext documents. Then web client browser. So it makes the HTTP request on the behalf of the user. So reformat of URL entered as a valid HTTP request. Use DNS to convert server's host name to appropriate IP address. Establish a TCP connection using IP address. Sends HTTP request over the connection and wait server's response. Display the document contents and response. If the document is not a plain text document, instead of written in HTML, it involves rendering documents, that is positioning text, graphics, creating tables, borders, using appropriate fonts, etc. We are going to see such concepts in HTML, that is formation of different text, graphics, creating tables, borders, using appropriate fonts, etc., background colors. Then web servers, the main functionalities of web server, that is server waits for connection request. When connection request is received, the server creates a new process to handle this connection. The new process establishes the TCP connection and waits for HTTP request. The new process invokes software that maps the requested URL to a resource on the server. If the resource is a file, it creates an HTTP response and that contains the file in body, the response message. And if the resource is a program, the runs program and returns that output. So static web, there is a static web, HTML, XHTML, and CSS. So HTML stands for the hypertext markup language. It is a text file containing small markup tags that tells the web browser how to display the page. Then XHTML, which stands for Extensible Hypertext Markup Language, and it is identical to HTML version 4.01. It is a stricter and cleaner version of the HTML, and CSS stands for cascading style sheets. It identifies how to display HTML elements. Then 5, there is a need of programmability. What are the drawbacks of simple document model? The simple document models are only static. If someone wants to change, it is not possible. So assume that the document is created before they are requested, then it is not possible to change, and that's why there is a need of programmability. One more question I'm going to ask: what are the examples of information that might be a part of web documents that may not be known before they are requested? Before requesting, if anyone or any document is created by a web, then how they know they are requesting that particular document? It is impossible, and that's why there is a need of programmability. Then client side programmability. So while doing a client side programmability, there is a need of lightweight programmability language, that is browser scripting language JavaScript, that is JavaScripts, designed to add interactively to HTML pages, usually embedded to HTML pages. Then what can a JavaScript do? JavaScript do, that is put dynamic text to HTML page, react to events, read and write HTML elements, validate data before it is submitted to the server, create cookies, and so on. Then server side programmability. While doing server side programmability, there is server scripting, that is a CGI or Perl. That is CGI means Common Gateway Interface, and extension is .cgi, and for Perl .pl. Then PHP, open source, strong database support, and extension for PHP language is .php. ASP, advanced server pages, that is Microsoft product. Uses .NET framework, and extension is .asp. Then Java server pages, that extension is JSP, and so on, scripting languages for server side. So we are going to see the information regarding these scripting languages. First is CGI, that is Common Gateway Interface. So CGI provides a way by which a web server can obtain data or send data to database and other programs and present that data to viewers via the web. A CGI program can be written in any programming language, but Perl is one of the most important and popular scripting language. Then next is HTML, XHTML, CSS, JavaScript language, that is client side interactivity, and for server side interactivity, CGI, Perl. Okay. Then we are going to see the basic concept. What is a website? Website is a collection of one or more web pages. It is collection of one or more web pages. It consists of one or more web pages linked together in a meaningful way. That is a particular way which as a whole describes body information and creates an overall consistent effect. And each website is stored on a web server. This is actual computer on web that stores the site. A website contains collectively all the information about particular product, that is colleges, company, etc. in the form of HTML files. For example, www.yahoo.com, www.google.com, these are the search engines or websites. If you are going to search any particular information, you are getting number of pages regarding that information. Then what is web server? Web server is a computer on internet containing and one or more websites, that is Yahoo server, Apache servers. Then what is a web page? Web page is individual element of website. That is, suppose there is a notebook and a single page is individual element of that notebook. Sometimes it is called as a web document. A web page, also known as a web document, and single file with single file name that is retrieved from server and formatted by web browser. Then example is yahoo.com is a web page of the website displaying login page. Then homepage. Homepage is entry or starting point for the rest of your website. Homepage is entry or starting point for the rest of your website. It usually contains overview of the content. It usually contains the overview of the content of website available from the starting point. The homepage of one example, the homepage of Yahoo contains optional for search, mail, messenger, etc. from where user can select any option. Then web browser. Web browser is a program that is used to view pages and navigate the World Wide Web. For example, Internet Explorer, Netscape Navigator. Browser takes the information and it gets from the web server and formats and which displays it on user system. Different browsers may format and display the same file differently depending on the capabilities of the system. For example, most browsers used today are graphical browsers. Most browsers are used today graphical browsers. They can display element other than text, and text browser can display only text. Then what are the different applications of websites? There are number of applications of websites such as online documentation, shopping catalogs, online stores, polling and opinion gathering, online education, company profiles, publication, personal information, games, etc. There are a number of applications of websites. Then different types of web application sites. For example, there are commercial sites such as telco.com, yahoo.com, international sites that is howstuffworks.com, IEEE.com. For entertainment, that is 123greetings.com, bluemountain.com. Then navigational sites, that is google.com, yahoo.com. Community sites which find out commonly community.com. Then artist sites, that is paintarter.com. And there are number of personal sites. These are the web applications sites. Then what is a web publication? Web publication means putting a copy of HTML document on website or pages. Publication means putting a copy of HTML or website pages on server so that website is available to the website visitors. So that website is available to the website visitors. In general, website can be published in three ways: publishing through ISP, publishing through corporate is department or intranet, and third is on your server. We are going to see one by one in detail. Publishing through ISP, that is internet server provider. It is one of the most common place to provide the web pages on the web space provided by ISP. Then publishing through corporate server. Another place to publish website is on corporate server. It is the place where web designer is employed, or if he works for a large company or large educational institute. And third, publication through own server. At last, the website can be published on own server. It is possible if user have a technical survey and executing infrastructure. It is easy to upload and testing, but it can be quite expensive. A common leased line can be used which cost thousands of dollars a year. Then process of web publication. So following points can be considered the basic phases steps for the website development. First is planning. While doing any work, their first point is planning, then organization, the information, then implementing, then testing, and last maintenance. These are the 5 steps for the process of web publishing: planning, organization, the information, implementing, testing, and maintenance. Then World Wide Web is also known as web, and it is an information medium which is accessed through the internet. It is collection of information stored on interworked computers over the world. So internet is a collection of computers or networking devices connecting together. Devices can be communicate with each other through internet. So web is a collection of documents that are interconnected by hyperlinks, and these documents are accessible by web browser and provided by web servers. There are different web terminologies such as client, servers, web pages, web development, and web browsers we have seen. Then we are going to see HTML, that is hypertext markup language, which is widely used for the development of web pages. It is used to display text, images, and other objects specified on the browser. So hypertext signifies the technical linking HTML documents together, and the link available on web page is called as hypertext. And markup language signifies marking the text document with tags which are used to display on the web browser. So see, this is one of the best example for HTML tags. So coding starts with HTML and ends on the HTML. Between these there is head and body. So head, that is name of the head, that is document header related tags. So any tags ends with slash, start with the tag name and end with slash that tag. And in within body tags there are documents related to the body tags. This is one simple program. Okay, you have seen this program. So in this program we have used a doc type. There are different terms. First is the doc type, which defines the document type. Then next tag is used HTML, which defines the document header, which can keep other HTML tags such as a title, links, etc. Then title tag defines the document of the type title. Body tag defines the document's body, and the H1 to H6 defines the headings from 1 to 6, and P indicates for paragraph. Then what are the different properties, what are the different advantages or features of the HTML? So there are some features of HTML, properties of HTML, or advantages of HTML. First, it is a very easy and simple language. Second, it is a markup language, so it provides flexible way to design web pages along the text. It is a markup language, so it provides a flexible way to design web pages along the text. It facilitates programmers to add a link of web pages by HTML anchor tag. So it enhances the interest of the browsing of the user. Then HTML is a platform independent. HTML is a platform independent because it can be displayed any platform like Windows, Linux, or any other operating system. HTML facilitates the programmers to add graphics, videos, and sound to the web pages, which makes it more attractive and interactive. Then there are different text editors for HTML. First is Notepad, Notepad Plus, and Sublime Text. Then building blocks of HTML. There are some building blocks which are tags, attribute. So tags, an HTML tag surround the contents and apply the meaning to it. It is written between angle brackets, opening and closing angle brackets. Attribute is HTML. In HTML provides extra information about the element, which provides extra information about the element, and it is applied within the start tag. Within the start tag, we can apply the attribute. The HTML attribute contains two field name and its value, particular name and its value. See the syntax. In this syntax, there is a tag, then name, that is attribute name and its value, then different contents and end of that tag or tag name. First tag name, then attribute name, then attribute value, then contents regarding that attribute and end of tag name. Second is elements. So an HTML element is an individual component of HTML file. HTML element is an individual component of HTML file, and HTML file, everything written within the tag are termed as HTML elements. So elements contains three parts seen in this figure. First starting tag, then contents and end tag. So we are going to see one example. Suppose in case of paragraph, so P start of that is the name of tag, then attribute is suppose class, its value is suppose GFG. The total class is equal to GFG is total known as attribute, and this attribute is divided into two parts, attribute name and attribute value. Then whatever the information regarding these elements is given and end of this tag. Then HTML formatting, that is HTML formatting tags are basically designed to display special type of text. The tags will provide some additional features than the normal text. The tags will provide some additional features than the normal text, and these tags are used to make text bold, italic or underlined. That is text formatting tag. See, these are the different tags and their description. So small tag for smaller text, span for grouping content, strike for strike text, sub for subscript text, sup for superscript text, TT for teletype text, U for underline text. This is the example of these tags. Then HTML heading. HTML heading or HTML H tag is defined a title or subtitle you want to display the web page. When you place the text within the heading tags, that is H1, then some text and end of H1 tag, it is displayed browser bolder or bold format, and size of this text displayed on number of headings. So for these tags, there are 6 different tags from H1 to H6. Out of them, H1 is highest level and H6 is at least level or least important heading. For main heading, use H1. H1 is the largest heading tag and H6 is smaller one. So H1 is used for most important heading, whereas H6 is used for least important heading. See, this is the example for different heading. This is the first HTML program with paragraph. Then next, phrase tags, ABBR, that is abbreviating tag, mark, that is for marked tag, strong for strong tag, EM for emphasized tag, and DFN for definition tag. Block quote for quoting tag, Q for short quote tag, code for code tag, KBD for keyboard tag, address for address tag. This is one example for mark tag, abbreviation tag. Then for suppose you are writing a code and there is a continuous line, you want to break that line into number of lines, then we are going to use the BR tag. There is no end of BR tag. There is no line or no end like /BR. Okay, only BR tag, starting tag. There is no ending tag. And comments can be written as within angle bracket and start with exclamatory sign, double dash, and end with that comments, double dash. This format is used for comment. Then HTML supports, that is ordered list, unordered list, and defined list. There are 3 different types of list: ordered list, unordered list, and definition of that list. That is ordered list is a list of atom, and list of atom are marked with particular numbers. So order list starts with OL tag. Order, see in this figure or in this table, OL for order list and LI for list. So in order list there is a list coffee, then another list milk, and end of this ordered list. So while if you executed this program, you will get the output 1 coffee, 2, that is number 1 coffee, number 2 milk. Okay, if instead of OL there is UL, that is unordered list, that is there is no particular sequence, but it will be typically marked as block circles or bullets. There is no particular sequence. Okay, this is for unordered list, and we are going to write a definition of that list. So definition of list is not a list of atoms, but it gives the definition of least listed terms. For example, see here we are going to write the definition of the list or contains, suppose element is copy, and we are going to write definition regarding this copy, that is black and cold. So here DL for definition of the list, and DT the definition. DL starts with the definition, and each definition terms starts with DT, and definition to list documentation starts with DD tag. See these different: OL for ordered list, UL for unordered list, DL for definition start, DT for definition term, and DD for definition list definition. Okay, see this carefully. Instead of definition, you can insert images, colors, or other lists. Okay, so these are the list tags regarding, these are the list tags. See this table carefully. The next part is HTML tables. Tables are defined with the table tag. Tables are defined with the table tag, and table is individual row. Table is divided into row. Each table have individual row and cells. Each table have row and cells. The letters TD stands for table data, and which contains data cell. And a data cell can contain text, image, paragraphs, forms, horizontal rules, tables, etc. This is the one program for the table. These are the different table tags. Table tag, that is defined table. TH tag, define table header. TR tag, define table row. TD defines table cell. T head defines table head. T body defines table body, and T foot defines table footer. Tags for formatting. See, these are the how to view HTML source tag. See this table carefully. See these different tags regarding computer output. Then for citation, quotation, and definition tags. Then most common character entities and its entity number. Then some other commonly used character entities. Then we have seen the HTML attribute concept. Then list of attributes. Then here one simple Morcube program. We are going to see what is the exact output of this program. See the output of that code. So there is a slide direction left. It will left move towards left only. Then scroll. Then it will scroll towards left and then from left to right. For that there is alternate, and for scrolling only one direction, that is left, it will scroll. For only up direction, it will scroll to up direction, left direction, right direction, with particular speed, 1 or 10 or 20 and so on. You have seen this code. Then HTML links. So HTML uses a hyperlink to a link another document to the web. So HTML, so A, tag A defines the hyperlink. A hyperlink or link is a word, group of words or image that you can click on to and jump to another web page. When you move the cursor over the link on a web page, the arrow will be turned into folded hand. The most important attribute of the hyperlink element, that is hyper reference attribute, which indicate the hyperlinks or links target web page, and by default the link will appear as follows. First, an unvisited link is underlined by blue color, visited link underlined by purple color, and active link is underlined with a red color. So anchor tag and the hyperreference attribute. So anchor tag to create a link to another document. An anchor tag or can point to any resource on World Wide Web and HTML page. an image, sound file, or movie. Then syntax for this here, anchor, then h reference is equal to particular URL link and description of that link, then end of anchor. This anchor tag is used to create anchor to link from the h reference attribute is used to address the document to the link, and the words between the open and close of the anchor tag will be displayed as the hyperlink. See one example here. So anchor tag defines to link this abc.com file. So a, that is anchor tag, in that h reference is equal to http://www.abc.com and completion of double quotation. Then there is information regarding to this file, that is visit pqr and end of anchor. Then the target attribute, with the target attribute you can define where the linked document will be opened. The line below, open the document in a new browser window. See, in this example, we have given hyperlink or hyperreference is equal to google.com. Target is a blank, and information regarding this is visit Google. Then anchor tag and name of the attribute. Name of the attribute is used to create named anchor. When using named anchors, can create links that can jump directly onto a specific section on the page instead of letting the user scroll around the field what the user is looking for. One example here, anchor name and label that name, then information regarding that name and end of the anchor. The name attribute used to create named anchor, and name of the anchor can be any text you care to use. Here named anchor, that is name is equal to label and name of that label. Then next is HTML frames. We'll see in next lecture. We'll stop. If you have any query, then please ask. Otherwise, we'll stop.